Well, Jacob, let's start off. You're not in the APAC region, so we're going to hear a little bit from other part of the world. New York had crazy COVID years. I think most of us know that. What's happening there post-COVID?
We've had a net increase in population last year. Probably many of your cities too have had people come back in, maybe not the same people, but in terms of the change in the population, people coming back in last year, and also in Q1 as well. So it's expanding. We're not back to the levels pre-COVID, but almost in terms of the population. Interest rates are stabilizing, both short-term interest rates and also mortgage interest rates. They're different. The Fed is what you hear for short-term interest rates, but the mortgage interest rates are set by the market. But anyway, mortgage interest rates have actually been falling a little bit over the past few months. Still, they're twice as high as they were during the trough, the low point during COVID. So while they're historically low, and affluent people can maybe pay in cash if they want to, but oftentimes they prefer to finance if they can, because why not use the bank's money instead of your own money, right? But again, the cost of capital is twice as high as it was just 2 years ago. That's put a pause, I think, temporarily on some people who are thinking of purchasing or making a transaction, and certainly sellers, probably in your markets as well, are not so motivated to sell right now either, because they got the deal of a lifetime. And in the United States, you can, although you don't have to, but most people lock in an interest rate, the same interest rate, for 30 years. It's not fixed for the first 5 years like in the UK or some other places, and then it's adjustable from there. It can be, but most people don't do that. So if you got a great deal, you don't want to sell, so you're gonna keep your property. So inventory is low right now.
I want to talk with you a little bit about referrals. The referral industry in the US, it's something very common, right? Sending referrals, receiving referrals from inside the US, different states. You're someone who sends out a lot of referrals and also receives them back, obviously. Talk a little bit about Brown Harris Stevens, your referral department, and how that works to an Asia audience.
Sure. Well, I guess the firm, and I'm just an agent, so I'm not a manager, or of course not an owner of the company or anything like that, but we at Brown Harris Stevens have a team of 6 people just in the relocation division. Of course, we have 2,500 agents across 55 offices in 5 states, and mostly New York, but they said they really appreciate when other people, other agents or executives or relocation managers invite them to a Zoom video call, to kind of introduce themselves, and they'd be very happy to take that call and learn more about your market. The other thing that they do once a month is they call it Relo Around the World. The other agents, everyone in the company is invited to hear the expert in that market, why people might want to purchase or have a golden visa or whatever it might be in that other country, and how we can send business to each other. So that's another feature that they have, Relo Around the World.
Great, I hope you all take this up, so feel free to reach out to the relocation department in New York City. Last question, we don't have that much time, unfortunately. You're a big fan of Leading RE, and we appreciate it greatly that you come to all of our events worldwide. What is it you take away from these events?
It's high quality. A few months ago, Bentley was a sponsor at the event in Las Vegas, and there was even a Bentley next to the stage, one of these cars, right? And I think the Leading RE president had spoken about how that matches our brand, the quality of our members, the quality of a Bentley. Everyone knows that it's a perfect car, basically. And I think that that's what we can find as well. You can automatically trust that if I have a client that moves to Bali, well, obviously it's Unreal Bali, and since they've been approved and successful, and we just met them and they just spoke 30 minutes ago, you know that you can trust that. In terms of ways that I might support it, just very briefly, we may all be part of alumni network or Rotary or Kiwanis or something like that, and a religious organization maybe, and maybe there's worldwide chapters. And I didn't do it in Bali because it would have been better for this purpose to do a bit in Jakarta, but for alumni clubs that I have from schools I've been a part of, I say come to the hotel the night before the event. We'll have a fundraiser for XYZ organization. You may not have met each other, etc. And it's a great networking. And plus, I can say, in case you're in the market for real estate in that market, like Bali, for example, have you heard of Unreal Bali? I can connect you. And they're sort of surprised that in their local market, they may not know about that. And I've made introductions and referrals that way too. So just something else to share.
Thank you for that, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here. You're such a great connector.
Thank you. Thanks, appreciate it. Take care.